Dr. Irfan Syauqi Beik.
Thank you very much, Alia. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good evening for participants from Indonesia and also the Southeast Asian countries, and maybe very good morning for other countries. So Alhamdulillah, in this very good opportunity, as has been mentioned by the Master of Ceremony, that in this first lecture, I would like to share with you about the introduction to digitalization, in Islamic social finance. And this is a very important topic. And I also would like to take this opportunity to share our humble experience, especially in Indonesia, in managing this digitalization effort. Yeah, so because as we know that Islamic social finance has been a very important instrument, in the Islamic economy globally, and of course it is in the best of our interest to optimize this instrument. But before I elaborate further about our topic today, I would like to share with you uh, my view related with the milestones of the emergence of Islamic social finance, because the term is not something that coming from out of nowhere. Yeah, it was as a result, of deep discussion, that was taking place several years ago. So I would like to share with you this information, and then about the components of Islamic social finance and the role of Islamic social finance as a pillar of Islamic economy. And then I would like to elaborate further on the digitalization of Islamic social finance. I believe that this digitalization has taken place in many places, in many countries, throughout the world. And of course, I think each country may have different experience, and some of you, especially the professionals with the professional background, may have also digital experience, especially in the field of Islamic social finance. So, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, as we know that in 2008, we were suffering the global economic crisis that was triggered by what has happened in the United States, by the subprime credit, So I'm not going to discuss about it in detail, but what was the lesson learned from that moment? The World Bank was following up the situation by taking an initiative called as FSAP, or Financial Sector Assessment Program, in which the World Bank has attempted, to develop several instruments that can be used to identify or to detect the possible crisis that may take in the future. So you can say this is a kind of early warning system. So they try to develop this kind of detector, in order to anticipate the future financial crisis to happen. And they created this FSAP in order to thoroughly observe the economic condition and identify the strategic sectors that may threat the economy if they fail. So they try to do this thorough examination, so that they can come up with the conclusion that our economy is in a stable condition and the possibility to suffer crisis can be mitigated in a well manner. So after this World Bank initiative in developing this FSAP, Islamic Development Bank, through its research arm called IRTI, which is an abbreviation of Islamic Research and Training Institute, they have also conducted a study in which they try to produce what we call as FSAP for Islamic finance, or sometimes in a simple term, we call it as IFSAP, the Islamic Financial Sector Assessment Program. So they also have made, categories and criteria to ensure that the financial and economic system are in the stable condition. Yeah, and through this study, they also want to develop the early warning system. Yeah, and as the result of their study, on December 2012, they conducted a workshop, expert workshop, which was attended by several central bank governors, governors of central banks from several countries, and also some academicians and a representative from various stakeholders, including Zakat World. Yeah, Alhamdulillah, at that time I was invited to attend that workshop, and I was representing the National Board of Zakat as well as the World Zakat Forum that was newly established in 2010. So in that moment, we discuss in detail about the sectors that may affect the performance of Islamic economics and financial system, that may affect the stability of the system, and that may be considered as a sector that can give signal, whether it is positive or negative signal to the economy. So once it gives us the negative signal, then we have to prepare ourselves, because the crisis may happen. The crisis may attack our economy. So yes, just like when you see the sky, it's in the cloudy, condition, and thunderstorm are there, so the possibility of rain to comes is very big. So that's why, in order to prepare ourselves, so we have to prepare our own umbrella so that we can overcome the problem of raining. So it is just like that. And then among the sectors that have been identified at that moment were, zakat and wakaf. Zakat and wakaf. And there was a debate at that time, because some of the governors of central banks, especially I remember, from one country, I remember the governor of that country's bank, central bank, he said that why we incorporate zakat and wakaf as part of the system that can give good or bad signals, so that we can we can observe that the crisis may take place. So why we need to incorporate this? Because it is not in our mandate. It is understandable, his argument, because central bank has no mandate related with zakat and wakaf. But at the time, I was responding, to that event, that if we look at carefully, what has been stated by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala in the Quran, if we look at the ayah carefully, we can find out that the explicit anti-riba, you can say anti-riba instrument that is explicitly mentioned in the Quran. One of them is sadaqah and al-bay. Yamhaqullahu riba wa yurbis sadaqat, for example, in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 276. Or in the other verse, which was the first ayah revealed in order to gradually prohibit riba, which is the Surah Ar-Rum, verse number 39. It was also mentioned clearly, head to head, zakat and riba. Wa ma'ataitu min riba liyarbuwa fi amwalin nasi falayarbu indallah wa ma'ataitu min zakatin turiduna wajhallah faulaika humul mud'ifun. So if we erase zakat and awqaf, how can we say that this is a stable Islamic financial system that we want to develop? Stability will be affected also by these sectors. So alhamdulillah, after huge debate, and I put some of the verses of the Quran and the statements of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, alhamdulillah, the concept, the initial draft that has been made by IRTI, can be approved, in which the draft incorporate the concept of zakat and awqaf as part of the sector. So alhamdulillah, and the question is, how do we name it? Because this has to be also in line with the mandate of the Islamic Development Bank, with the mandate of the central banks. So the participants at that time agreed to name it as Islamic Social Finance. Yeah, so to my humble understanding and my humble experience, that was the first time, yeah, the terminology of Islamic social finance was officially introduced. And as a result of that one, yeah, on February 2013, the IRT-IDB was arranging the workshop on Islamic social finance. I believe that was the first in the world, yeah. And they collaborated with us in the IPB University, and that event was attended by around 11 countries, yeah. So the result of the workshop gives, the input for the construction of Islamic social finance report that was firstly issued on 2014, yeah, by the IRTI of the IDB. So you can download it online, and Alhamdulillah, the latest report is on 2020. So the question is, when we put zakat and awqaf in determining the stability of Islamic economic and financial system, so the question is, what should be good zakat system? What should be the criteria in determining whether the zakat system is good or not, whether the waqaf system is good or not? That's why, in order to formulate the zakat system, the good zakat system, so on 2014, Islamic Development Bank, in collaboration with the National Board of Zakat and also Bank Indonesia, formulate the zakat core principles through the international working group. Yeah, I was appointed as the coordinator for that working group, and Alhamdulillah, after 2 years, yeah, in the deep discussion with 5 times of working group meetings. So during the UN Humanitarian Summit on May 23rd and 24th in 2016 in Istanbul, the Zakat Core Principles document was launched. Yeah, so that's why we have this ZCP, and it was then adopted by the World Zakat Forum. And then after that, following up for that one, the formulation of Wakaf core principles, yeah, was also taking place, and it was the result of collaboration between the Islamic Development Bank, the Indonesia Wakaf Board, and Bank Indonesia. So on October 14, 2018, during the annual meeting of the World Bank and IMF, yeah, the Wakaf core principles document was also launched. Yeah. So that becomes the first document ever that attempted to define and determine the so-called good zakat and wakaf system. So this is just to give you a background why the Islamic social finance emerged. And if we look at the components, yeah, in this lecture, I would like to focus on zakat and awqaf. Yeah, I'm not going to discuss about the Islamic microfinance or not-for-profit microfinance or other traditional institutions that adopt and implement, the sharing mechanism, because I believe in many countries you may have also traditional institutions in which the spirit of sharing is there. Yeah, you may implement the spirit of sharing through various traditional institutions that may have been, have become the tradition in your country. Yeah, like in Indonesia, we have like arisan, the gathering, special gathering among the housewives. Yeah, sometimes they gather from one place to other place. They share some of the portion of their money, yeah, and sometimes they use the collected fund to be shared among them, and also some portion of them may be shared for others. Yes, this is just an example of traditional institution, but we are not talking about it. Yeah, we will be focusing on the zakat and awqaf instruments, because zakat and awqaf have become now a major social finance instrument. And the popularity of these two instruments is growing up from time to time, and their role yeah, zakat and wakaf role become, very, very important, yeah, from time to time. Yeah, because if we look at, yeah, for example, from the theoretical perspective, yeah, the social sector role is very important. Yeah, they can be used, yeah, uh, to upgrade the condition of the low income society. Yeah, the zakat given to the poor family to aid asnaf, the eligible recipients of zakat, yeah, it may increase the consumption level, yeah, of this low income society, as well as the production level. When zakat is allocated through productive based program, yeah, which attempts to empower the economic condition of the poor family, so it may increase also the production level. Yeah, yeah. So by that, if we can encourage and promote zakat, and zakat can play wide role in this regard, so the consumption as well as production level of a country may increase. In a simple word, yeah, they will enjoy higher GDP growth. You can say like that, economic growth. Yeah, but not only growth, but growth through equity. Yeah, growth through equity. Because of the equity, they can grow up. Yeah. Similarly with the awqaf, yeah, the plural form of wakaf. Yeah, in the fixed asset, yeah, it can be used for infrastructure development. Cash wakaf, it can also be used for economic activities that can create value added to the economy. Yeah, so their role is very, very important. So that's why it is our interest to optimize the potential of these two sectors. Yeah, so as I mentioned to you that these sectors require improvement. Yeah, some countries they are in a very good condition of zakat and wakaf management. Yeah, now out of 57 OIC countries, yeah, out of 57 OIC countries, we have around 17 countries that have a zakat act. Yeah, only 17 countries out of 57. Yeah, and out of the 17, only 6 countries that have made zakat as obligatory. Yeah, obligatory system. Yeah. Yeah, so this is, I mean, what we mean by obligatory system, it is not obligatory from Sharia perspective only, but also obligatory from the state perspective, like in Malaysia or in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, this is just an example. 10 countries, including Indonesia, we have voluntary zakat system, yeah, in which the zakat management law only covers or regulates the zakat managers, which are AMIL institutions. And one country that is quiet, they have adopted both. Yeah, generally it is voluntary in Kuwait, but for public listed company, it is mandatory for them to pay zakat through the Ministry of Finance. Yeah, but very interesting to note that in addition to these 17 countries, we have Singapore, which is very near to Indonesia. Yeah, Singapore is the only Muslim minority country that has Muslim Administration Law Act, which regulates zakat and wakaf. And for your information, zakat in Singapore is mandatory. And cash wakaf from $1 until $7 per month is also mandatory. Yeah, so you can imagine, yeah, the Muslim minority country can do that. So hopefully the Muslim majority countries should follow, yeah, what has happened in Singapore. So the ZCP will give you 18 core principles. When these core principles are implemented, it will give you a better management system of zakat, similarly with the wakaf core principles. Yeah. So brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, if we look at the role of Islamic social finance, if we make an analogy with the corporate model, yeah, operational expenditure is just like zakat, infak, and sadaqah. Yeah, while capital expenditure is just like wakaf. Yeah, because in the capital expenditure, you will be creating, yeah, economic value added. Yeah, so this is the role of wakaf. While for zakat, infak, sadaqah, they are given, yeah, as you know, they can play a role, yeah, to give and provide access to basic needs, yeah, for the eligible recipients, as well as to support yeah, for those in needs. This is just an analogy. Yeah. Okay. Now let me continue. Yeah, with the digitalization of Islamic social finance. Yeah, in the case of Indonesia, because Islamic social finance is very very important, and one estimate, yeah, inshallah, the day after tomorrow, yeah, Professor Monzer Kaf will share with us, yeah, he's the one that was firstly introduced the research on zakat potential, yeah. So the first research on zakat potential, globally speaking, is the one that was produced by him, by Professor Monzer Kaf. If we take that as our basis to calculate the potential of zakat, which use the proportion of GDP, in which the range for the zakat potential is ranging from 1% until 4.3% of the total GDP, yeah, and each country has been given the three possible scenario of the potential of zakat. We can find out that if we calculate with the 2019 GDP, so we can have 500 to 600 billion US dollar as the potential of zakat. Yeah, if we just simply calculate the rate of zakat potential, yeah, from GDP, according to Monzer Kaf's research, you multiply with the GDP, yeah, in the year 2019, then you can get this figure or this number. So you can imagine this is a very, very huge potential. If we can elaborate and also we can dig deeper, then we can find this potential to become reality. So one way to optimize the potential of Islamic social finance is through digitalization, especially in this era in which we are now, enjoying the digital lifestyle. Yeah. Sorry, apologize in Bogor. It's Azan now. Yeah. So next is let us take the case of Indonesia. The total potential of zakat is reaching around 327.6 trillion rupiah. If we calculate with the current exchange rate with US dollar, it's around 22 billion US dollar. While for the cash wakaf potential, it reaches around 180 trillion rupiah. Yeah. So if we look at the actual collection, yeah, in zakat, we are able to collect only 12 trillion last year, and for cash wakaf collection, it is only 850 billion US dollar, or around 60 million rupiah. Yeah, so it is only 0.5% of its total potential. Yeah, so that's why, given this huge gap between the potential and actual collection, we need digitalization. And what are the objective of this digitalization? Number one is to increase public trust, because we know that Islamic social finance is closely related, yeah, with trust. And we know that trust is not given. Trust is something that we need to fight for. Yeah, you cannot expect the public to trust you unless you do things that can invite public to trust you. Yeah, you need to do things. You need to do a lot of things in order to ensure the public that their money, yeah, is in the good hands, is in the trustable institution. That's why many policies have been implemented, yeah, in our case in Indonesia, to get this public trust. For example, the National Board of Zakat, they are not only certified for ISO 9001 and 2016, which shows that it has implemented, modern management, but also they have been certified for ISO 27001. Yeah, it is about the digital, about data security certification, and also ISO 37001, which is talking about the anti gratification or anti-corruption. Yeah, anti-corruption. This is to ensure that all the processes within the zakat institutions are, are in a very good and transparent. Why they are doing this? Because they want to get public trust. Yeah, yeah. This is the way, one way. Another way, of course, the role of digitalization is very, very important. Yeah, through digital processes, all possible, uh, you know, possible corruption can be reduced because of the digital process. Yeah. Similarly, with the collection side, through digitalization, it makes everybody feel comfortable because it's easy for them to pay their donation, to pay their zakat, infak, sedekah, and wakaf, through digitalization, especially during this pandemic era. Yeah, the role of digitalization is very, very important. Yeah, so when everything is digitalized and public can observe the process, the business process of Islamic social finance institution through digital platform that they provide. So hopefully the public trust can be earned. This is number one, the first basic objective of digitalization of Islamic social finance. I believe that this appears in your pre-test. Yeah. Number two is to promote literacy and lifestyle of Islamic social finance. It's very important. Why literacy is very important? Because literacy rate, I believe in many countries, it may be not as that high. We need to educate and make good campaign about Islamic social finance to ensure the people that they understand. They understand about zakat teaching. They understand about wakaf teaching. For example, the issue of cash wakaf. Of course, literacy on cash wakaf is very important. Why literacy is important? Because literacy affects understanding, and understanding affects your behavior. So a man's behavior is really affected by literacy that he has, literacy level. If he understands about the importance of cash wakaf, he may be encouraged and motivated, to donate cash wakaf. And how we can transform this literacy into lifestyle. Digital can provide that one. Digital lifestyle, for example, that is now taking place globally. So I think, through digital platform, this lifestyle can be developed. That's why it's very important to do this seriously on digitalization of Islamic social finance. Number three is to optimize the potential, to reduce the gap between its potential and its actual collection, as I said earlier. And number four is to develop, this is also very important, digital ecosystem that is integrated. And also it can increase efficiency and effectiveness of Islamic social finance system. So this is a very important aspect, because if you can, because digitalization can be used as a means to increase efficiency and effectiveness of Islamic social finance system. That's why we pay very big attention to this digitalization. And digitalization can give us a clear program of the Islamic social finance and also easy process. Now everybody wants everything easy for them. So easiness in fulfilling obligation, like zakat, and also in fulfilling their caring lifestyle. So it can be facilitated through digitalization. And also it can increase transparency and accountability aspects, which are very important because it will affect public trust. And if we look at the experience in Indonesia, digitalization has been taking place in especially in three major processes of zakat system, yeah, from collection, distribution, and operation, yeah, on operation side. Yeah. And if you look at the National Board of Zakat milestone in terms of collection, so they have started from 2016, yeah. So that was the initiation stage, yeah, by utilizing the existing crowdfunding platform and by collaborating with several e-commerce platform. Yeah, and then in 2017, yeah, it became the partnerships stage, yeah, in which the additional payment channel and partnership were developed, yeah, and then on 2018 there was the first chatbot, yeah, and then they also developed QR code for donation, and also they extend collaboration with other e-commerce platform. In the fourth stage, which is growth, yeah, growth stage, second chatbot was created, and then 5 payment channels on website were also developed, and then 40 digital partners, yeah, and then a new thematic campaign, and as the result, the number of muzaki can be tripled, and the number of transaction can be doubled, yeah. And in 2020, innovation was there, and these are, you know, the indicators or on what has been done last year, yeah. So in addition to payment channels and virtual, they also created virtual reality for donation, interactive donation campaign, yeah, and then collaboration with 80 digital partners. And then they also developed the artificial intelligence and augmented reality for donation. This is from collection side. And as the result, yeah, in the pre-test question, so this contribution reaches around 24%, yeah, of the collection of zakat. Yeah. So 24%. And this is their strategy, yeah. So they have, you know, 6 platforms, yeah, for digital fundraising, started from business platform, and then commercial platform, non-commercial platform, innovative platform, artificial intelligence platform, and social media platforms, yeah. And on the distribution side, yeah, they have also created this one, yeah, National Mustaq Database System, which can accommodate until 104 million data of population, yeah, 107 now, yeah, million data. And then they have also Zmart Mobile, which connects all the retail store owned by the Mustahik, yeah. So we can monitor the growth of that retail stores owned by Mustahik, yeah, the number of sales every day, yeah, and also the number of profit can also be calculated, and also virtual augmented reality for livestock center. So this can be used to educate the farmers, yeah, the breeder, yeah, the breeder, to do some, you know, correct process, yeah, of, for example, how to correctly slaughter the animal, yeah, the sheep, the goats, for example, yeah, the cow, yeah. So through this virtual augmented reality, that can be done. And this is from zakat sector, and from wakaf sector, we are a bit late compared to zakat sector, yeah. But this year, inshallah, we have, you know, strong commitment to improve our digital system. Yeah, we try to connect the digital system outside the Indonesia Wakaf Board, and how to connect with the internal digital system that is developed by the Indonesia Wakaf Board. Yeah, we try to be the integration hub that connect our technology partner, Nazir, or other partner institutions like Islamic banks, Islamic stock market, Islamic insurance, National Land Agency, and also Ministry of Religious Affairs, yeah, because they are our main partners or main stakeholders. And also we try to become the aggregator channel, yeah, which tries to to become the aggregator for all payment channel, payment channels like GoPay, Paytron, etc. And as the result of this, effort, we try to develop what we call as the Wakaf super apps. Of course, this is still in the process of development. So we are expecting that through this digitalization, we can integrate the data, information, and all communication. We can also provide the online services. For example, the Nazir registration process. Everything will be created. It will be online. Database of Wakaf asset, reporting system, complaint and whistleblower system, because whistleblower is very important also to ensure that there is no misuse of Wakaf asset. And also number three, we try to improve the quality of digital fundraising, and also we can also develop other Wakaf model, like Wakaf of listed stock, and then insurance Wakaf, the premium paid by the participants of insurance, when they claim, especially this is related when it is related with the life insurance, at the end of the program, when when he passed away and then his family claimed the life insurance, and then part of this premium, will be allocated for Wakaf, So this has been developed, in our country. And also we have also collaborated. We have also strong collaboration between Cash Wakaf and Sukuk, sovereign Sukuk that issued by the Minister of Finance, So collaboration in the form of issuance of Cash Wakaf link Sukuk, CWLS, This is another innovation in our program, And then we also have roadmap, roadmap for digitalization of Wakaf sector. At present now, we have our own digital fundraising of Indonesia Wakaf Board. You can go to this address, berkahwakaf.id, berkah barokah wakaf, I think berkah is common term, all of you should know about this term, berkahwakaf.id. At present we have this one now, and also we have developed Nazir e-service application, and then accounting application is still in the process now. Inshallah, this application can be used by all Nazir institutions in Indonesia, and at the same time, the data sent to this application can be recorded, by our central the BWI, and also inshallah we are still in the process of getting the license, about the certification of Nazir, from our national license standardization agency, inshallah, hopefully within 1 or 2 months we can get the license, from this agency, so that we can fully operate as certification agency. So the Indonesia Wakaf Board, in collaboration with Productive Wakaf Forum, we create this certification agency, So what we are going to do, through this certification agency, we are going to continuously develop the performance of Nazir, including the assessment, of performance of Nazir. Similarly, in the first aspect, we also want to develop, our digital platform as national aggregator for digital fundraising for all Nazir institutions. So this is a home for everybody. This is our objective, and the regulation regarding this is still in the process of discussion. So hopefully, within short period of time, we can have this regulation. And then our effort is how to integrate the national database and Wakaf system. and how to integrate what we have done in the Indonesia Waqf Board with the Ministry of Religious Affairs and the National Land Agency system. So this is what we are going to do. And next year, inshallah, we will be developing the data reporting engine and National Waqf Index. Yeah, for your information, Alhamdulillah, Indonesia has officially launched the National Waqf Index. What is National Waqf Index? Inshallah, you will learn about it, yeah, from Professor Raditya Sukmana. I think, I don't know, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, yeah, you can just see the agenda. Yeah, and also development of big data and blockchain, yeah, for Waqf system. And the last aspect, which is also very important, is how to construct and to develop the new model of digital Waqf system, yeah, by combining the Waqf-based and commercial-based programs, yeah. So platform to blend equity crowdfunding, yeah, Waqf and Waqf land will be in our agenda, yeah, so that there are many ways and possible instrument, possible innovations that can be part of the optimization of existing Waqf land, because Indonesia now has a very huge Waqf land. If we convert to the size of Singapore, our registered Waqf land is equal with 5 times Singapore land. If you combine 5 Singapore, then that is the number of registered Waqf land. So if we combine with the unregistered, maybe the number is even bigger. So these are some, humble experience from Indonesia. And I believe Brother Umar Munshi will also talk about the experience of Singapore and Malaysia, yeah, and other parts of the world, yeah, in optimizing the digital technology for betterment of our zakat and wakaf system. By that, I end my presentation. And please, if you have questions or you would like to add some points, yeah, to enrich our lecture tonight, I think you are all invited to share your ideas so that we can learn from each other. Thank you very much, Alia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yes, Alia, or should I directly answer?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Dr. Irfan, for the lecture. That is really insightful about the digitalization in Islamic social finance. So, and we are going to have a Q&A session, sir. As we can see at the chat feature, we already have some questions. So I beg your pardon to read some questions from the participants.
Should you read or I just directly answer?
If I may, can I read the question, sir?
Okay.
Okay. Should we have 3 questions for the first session, yes, sir?
Okay.
Okay. So the first questions is from Mr. Rinas Muhammad. So what are the setbacks realized for so far in digitalization of zakat and wakaf? And the second question is from Mr. Sayuti. Can the digital zakat and wakaf in Indonesia reach across countries? And the third question is from Mr. Suhaimi Muhammad Sarif. Malaysia has legal challenge to implement digital zakat and wakaf as institution. What could the OIC, Islamic Development Bank, do to help the legal challenge in Malaysia? I think that's all for the first session. We can have Dr. Irfan to answer the questions.
Yeah, for Sister Rinas Muhammad, what do you mean by the setbacks? Yeah, because setback means problem is something not. Yeah, can you just elaborate further? What do you mean by this one?
Yeah, when we are Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Yes.
When you people try to implement in digitalization in Indonesia, you face some sort of problems, right? Major problems.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I asked there.
Okay, I understand. I got your point. Yeah. Okay, so that is what you mean by setbacks. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because if you use the challenge or challenging or obstacles. Yeah, that may be a better term. Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So regarding the obstacles on this digitalization, of course, number one is you can see from the capacity and the capability of zakat and wakaf institutions themselves, because sometimes for some institutions it is not easy for them, yeah, to develop a user-friendly platform, yeah, that can be used and accessed by people, yeah. So sometimes it's not easy because it is related with the organizational capacity as well as the quality of human resources that they have. This is number one. Number two, yeah, this is the biggest challenge, actually, the biggest obstacle, yeah, to me, the biggest obstacle is on the people's understanding. Yeah, so the literacy point, yeah, the point of literacy that needs to be increased. Yeah, for example, literacy of wakaf based on our literacy index, wakaf literacy index, yeah, 2020. Yeah, the number is still in the low category. Yeah, so it's in the low category. It means that our understanding level of the people on wakaf is still low, the low category. Yeah, and on zakat is still in the medium. Yeah, so it means that many things need to be done in order to educate the people, because some people, they said, oh, how can you pay zakat through online platform while wakaf through online platform, while my understanding is wakaf is on wakaf land. So how can you do this online payment of wakaf land, for example? Yeah. So this is the thing that is, happening now. Yeah, many people still do not understand that in addition to wakaf land, there are many types of wakaf assets, yeah, including cash wakaf, because cash wakaf allows you, yeah, to participate in the ibadah of wakaf. Because if wakaf is only limited to land, only the rich people, yeah, can participate in the ibadah of wakaf. Yeah, so it is exclusive for the rich. Yeah, it's not exclusive. The wakaf is not exclusive. It can be done by everybody, irrespective of their income level, through cash wakaf. Because in our platform, the minimum amount, yeah, of cash wakaf is equal to 10,000 rupiah, not US dollar. Yeah, 10,000 rupiah is less than $1. Yeah, so it's around 80 cents, something like that. So as low as that one, which opens the opportunity for the people to participate in this. Yeah. So this is, I think, the biggest obstacle. Of course, number three is related with the regulation, which needs to be improved from time to time. Yeah, because it involves the digital payment. Of course, digital payment requires special permission from the central bank if we develop our own digital payment, unless we collaborate with the existing digital payment that has permission from the central bank. Yeah, so this is, some obstacles. Hopefully this answers your question, Sister Rina. And number two, yeah, Brother Syauqi, of course, at the moment, as long as you have bank account, Indonesian bank account, or you can access our digital payment, Indonesian digital payment system, then you can do this payment everywhere, yeah, in the world. But if you do not access to that one, you cannot, at the moment, yeah, you cannot pay zakat and wakaf. Yeah, you cannot pay zakat and wakaf at the moment. For this collection, yeah. So it means that for foreigners, yeah, who do not have what do you call the wakaf, the bank account, Indonesian bank account, or who do not have any account, e-wallet account, for example, yeah, in Indonesia, so you cannot participate unless you have that one. Then you can participate. Yeah, we are still trying to provide also some international payment system, yeah, to be incorporated in our system. But we are still thinking about the regulation, yeah, because one thing that is needed is we have to make sure that the payment of zakat and cash wakaf are free from, yeah, illegal activities. Yeah, for example, money laundering. Yeah, so you have to make sure that the zakat paid to you is not money laundering. Yeah, yeah. So that is the thing that needs to be done. Yeah, just to protect, yeah, the our system. And number three, Brother Suhaimi, yeah, of course, legal challenge. Yeah, I think uh, I don't know exactly about what do you mean by the legal challenge here, but if you are not allowed, yeah, if zakat and wakaf institutions are not allowed to implement digital collection, yeah, I think this needs to be, discussed, yeah, within Malaysia itself. Yeah, how can in this kind of situation you do not give permission, yeah, for legal zakat and wakaf institutions to optimize the digital technology, yeah, in order to ease people to pay their zakat, yeah, to donate their cash wakaf, for example, yeah. So I need more specific regarding this, because it seems that in Malaysia also some some platforms, yeah, which are of course related with the digital collection of zakat or cash wakaf are are there, yeah, are in place. So I don't know what do you mean by the legal challenge, but if you mean that zakat and wakaf institutions are not allowed, so I think this requires deep discussion. But to my humble understanding, yeah, I think institutions of zakat, yeah, in Malaysia and also wakaf, I think they have also conducted this one, yeah. They have utilized the digital technology, yeah. Maybe you can also confirm this condition with Brother Umar Munshi by tomorrow, yeah. But to my understanding and from my previous communications, yeah, with some authorities, yeah, zakat authorities uh, like in wilayah persekutuan, yeah, PPZ, and also in Selangor, LZS, in Kedah, lembaga zakat negeri Kedah, etc. They have developed their own digital zakat technology, yeah, in order to ease people to pay their donation. Yeah, this is what I understand from the practice in Malaysia. But if you can give me example the legal challenge that you face there, so I think it's better. But if it is correct, then I suggest you to talk with any zakat institutions, especially the PPZ, for example, or the LZS, to raise this issue in our upcoming World Zakat Forum, yeah, on November 2021. We are going to discuss various issues that if you think that this is, very important thing and requires, some intervention from outside Malaysia, then you can ask them to raise this issue. Then we may have a joint statement, yeah, to encourage all the countries to utilize this digital technology, because Malaysian Zakat authorities, they are part of the World Zakat Forum. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, I think I have answered these three questions. So Alia, you may continue.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer, Dr. Irfan. I believe what you have explained, that has explained by the Dr. Irfan, has replied and answered all the questions by the participants. And now we're going to move on to the next session, the second session of the Q&A. We can have the participants who wants to ask the questions directly to Dr. Irfan may raise your hand, and the host will allow you to ask your questions to the Dr. Irfan directly. Okay, there is Miss Amelia R. Alamanda. Please, you can ask your questions directly to Dr. Irfan.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for your presentation, Dr. Irfan.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you about the digital wakaf collection. The concept of digital wakaf collection now, requires a greater effort regarding the issue of public trust. Is there any corporate governance issue that we should be considered due to the digital wakaf collection? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Alia, we can have the second question.
Okay, for another participants who wants to ask, so there is Miss Amanda Kumala who has raised her hand. So please, Miss Amanda Kumala, to ask the questions directly to Dr. Irfan.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Irfan. My question is I want to ask, beside as you mentioned that the digitalization in the social finance is actually can enhance, like it is happen in zakat, can enhance the collection of the social finance itself. But in the case of the wakaf collection, especially the cash wakaf collection, actually beside it, digital can increase the trust. Actually, how far the role of this digital wakaf can enhance the collection, and then how far that the digitalization also can eliminate the current issue that faced by the wakaf institution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the questions, and we are going to have another participants to ask. Yes, sir. So there is Mr. Ashraf Sulaimi bin Alamsah. You may ask the questions directly to Dr. Irfan.
Kuni first, I think. Kuni Afifa. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Kuni Afifa, you may ask the questions directly to Dr. Irfan.
Yeah, and after
Please.
that, Ashraf. After that, Brother Ashraf. Yeah, so 4 questions, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the session, Ms. Alia and Dr. Irfan. My question is very straightforward. If we implement this digitalization in Wakaf and Zakat, right, in Indonesia, how far do you think our institution is ready for this, such BWI and Basnas, maybe how far they are ready for implementing this digitalization? Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss Kuni Afifa. And next, we are going to have Mr. Ashraf Sulaimi to ask the questions to Dr. Irfan, please.
Yep. He's still muted, I think. Please unmute him.
Yeah, it's Ashraf here. So I'm from Malaysia. So thank you the presentation. So my question is quite simple. So for the current situation in Indonesia, will Indonesia be ready to make zakat as obligatory from a state perspective? If not, in your opinion, what are the main obstacles or challenges to implement it? So thank you.
Okay. Okay, Alia, can I answer? Can I answer?
Okay, I think that's all the questions for this session, sir. You may ask the questions that has been asked by the participants.
Okay, I will answer all the questions. The first one, of course, there is the issue of corporate governance. Yeah, Sister Amelia. But according to the Wakaf core principles, we name it as good Nazir governance. Yeah. So it is not corporate governance, but it is good Nazir governance. Why? Because the terminology Nazir is different from the corporate terminology. Yeah. Because corporate is fully commercial entities. while Nazir, it's not fully commercial entities. It combines, yeah, commercial and social ones. But of course, it departs from the concept of Sharia, which we cannot neglect, and which we cannot violate, yeah, the Sharia principle. So we use the term good Nazir governance, yeah. And of course, what we are doing with this good Nazir governance, we are trying to improve the quality of the governance, because the quality of governance will determine the performance of Nazir institutions. Whether their performance is good or bad, it is really determined by the governance aspect. That's why we put very deep attention towards this issue, yeah, the Nazir governance, yeah, and we are trying gradually to increase the quality of good Nazir governance, yeah. For example, you need to have clear procedure, yeah, started from the collection of cash wakaf, utilization of cash wakaf. You need to also set up your investment portfolios, for example, yeah. You need also to have risk management of wakaf, yeah, wakaf risk management. Yeah, normally we understand the risk, yeah, from commercial practices, yeah, like in the commercial financial institutions, yeah, like banking and insurance companies, yeah. The issue of governance is very, very important. Even, yeah, they have board of commissioner, in which one of the members of the board of commissioners, yeah, like independent commissioner, is responsible to ensure that the governance takes place. Yeah, they have to ensure that one. Yeah, so in Wakaf also the same condition is there. Yeah, we need to increase the quality of Nazir governance, and this is a continuous process. Yeah, hopefully this answers the question. And Sister Amanda, yes, of course. We are facing, yeah, of course, a lot of problems. And your very important question is related, how can we, yeah, eliminate, yeah, current issue? Of course, digitalization is just a tools, yeah, the tools that are really affected by the content itself. Yeah, so if we can use the tools correctly, and we can have the content, yeah, of wakaf utilizing these tools, so this will give impact. So what we mean here is that when we promote the digitalization, of course it has to be accompanied by good education content for wakaf that can increase the literacy, yeah. And of course, in terms of management, yeah, we have a lot of problems here. Yeah, problems of management, problems of accounting. Yeah, this year, Alhamdulillah, inshallah, Indonesia will adopt the accounting standard. Yeah, the accounting standard of Wakaf. Yeah, we call it here PSAK. Yeah, this is the financial standard for accounting. Yeah, for Wakaf. So how we can use, yeah, the digital technology to ease the process of documenting transactions and reporting transactions, yeah. So all transactions must be clearly identified and clearly reported in order to avoid people may have suspicious thing to us that are you sure that the collected cash wakaf is utilized properly according to the Sharia and according to the prevailing rules and regulations, yeah. So many things may happen, and of course the role of digital technology is to make, yeah, everything clearer, is to help us to have good Nazir governance, to have good wakaf management, to have a transparent and accountable system. Yeah. So if the usage of technology is in this context, yeah, on a proper way, yeah, I hope that problems faced by Waqf institutions can be, solved. Yeah, the problem, of course, it can be gradually solved. Yeah, because it's sometimes it's so easy. It's easy to talk, but it's difficult sometimes to act. Yeah, because action requires, energy, requires our full attention, commitments. Yeah, yeah, and it's not easy. Sometimes reality is moving faster than our plan. That's why we have to also, mitigate the possible problems that may take place during our effort in developing this wakaf. Yeah. So if the question is how far, it will be depending upon the way we utilize the technology itself. Yeah. So because technology is a tools, and the tools will be used according to our on expectation criteria, our planning. Yeah, so if we can properly plan, yeah, the wakaf development, so the role of technology can help us in achieving the objective of wakaf. Yeah, hopefully this answers you. And Sister Kun, if you ask BWI and Basnas, we have implemented this. Yeah, of course, implementation is already there, but of course, our duty, because technology is something which is very dynamic and it may change over time, constantly change. Yeah, and within hours or seconds new technology is introduced, so we have to be always update our technology, update the quality of our digital platform, so that it is always in line with the condition, with the changing condition. So we have to also make sure that the digital system that we implement is can be adjusted. Yeah, can be adjusted to the changing condition. Yeah, so in other words, we need to have agile. Yeah, agile digital technology, the technology then that can adapt with the changing situation. Yeah, so that's why continuous improvement, continuous innovation, yeah, and continuous learning process is they are very important things. Yeah, and we need to create, yeah, the environment and the culture, yeah, within the organizations, that adaptation and adjustment with the changing condition is very important, and digital technology should help us in this process, so that this changing situation will not endanger our organization, will not endanger zakat and wakaf development in our country. So yeah, inshallah we are ready. Yeah. And for Brother Ashraf, yeah, of course, this is a very difficult question, because when you want to change the system, the law, of course, you need supportive political process. Yeah. And this is beyond our capacity to control the political process, because political process between the rulers, between the political parties, between the government and the parliament, yeah, is something that cannot be controlled. Yeah, it is beyond our. If we look, I mean, if we compare with the research methodology, yeah, you can consider this. You can consider this as uncontrollable variable. Yeah, you cannot control, because sometimes the political process has its own logic. Yeah, according to us, making zakat as obligatory is very important. But according to the political process, it may not be like that. Yeah, because many interests are there. Many political views are there. Yeah, so it's very complicated. But what we can do, yeah, we need to fight, and we need to advocate this one. Yeah, don't get tired with this one. Yeah, we have fought for this one. Yeah, since maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, we want to make zakat as obligatory, but the political condition is not that easy. Yeah, that's why this will be our continuous effort, and every opportunity to change the law, should be optimized and utilized. Yeah, because according to the national agenda of laws amendment, yeah, in the program of national legislation, amendment of zakat law actually has been made as one of the agenda for this House of Representative period 2019 until 2024. But I don't know whether it is put in the 2022 agenda, legislation agenda, or in the 2023 legislation agenda, or in the 2024 legislation agenda. But if it is discussed in the 2024 legislation agenda, we may not complete or to finish the amendment process. Yeah, So I think we need, we need okay. So hopefully, with the help of Indonesian people, we can try to give political pressure, to change the zakat law. So it is still ongoing process, and I don't know when it can be done, according to our expectation and aspiration. So, but this is a continuous process and continuous effort, and we will always do that. Thank you very much. Hopefully this answer the questions. Thank you.